But I think this is a great drill for teaching how to move without the basketball. So let's grab some chairs. Now we call it tag. Kind of came up with it this year for our motion. Let's put 2 chairs together from, you know where they go, Artie? Okay. We spent a lot of time. We ran a lot of motion for the first time last year. We're running the offense that Coach Gibson put in. We ran it in Italy. It was very effective for us. We also running a little bit of Dana Altman's basic offense with some 2-man games to it. Don't forget there's 2 in the middle. But, you know, one thing we noticed, our guys didn't know how to play without the ball, you know. So we had to teach them how to play without the ball. And this is a little game, and I just tell them, back when we were kids and we played tag out on the elementary playground, they hate to admit it when I say this stuff to them, but I know they did. And we'd use the obstacles on the playground. We used the monkey bars and the swing sets and the tunnel and the jungle gym, anything to get away from the guy who's it. And we would use that obstacle to stay away from the guy so we don't get tagged. And that's what we're teaching them to do to get away from the guy on defense. We want to lose the guy on defense, make them play tag. So what happens is if Artie's out front here with the ball, and obviously we've taught the curl and the straight cut and the fade and the back door and all the cuts, but what happens, Tony, come on down here. If Tony's on offense, put the ball down, and Kennon's on defense, you have one of each. And the idea is the defense doesn't want the offense to get any looks, and the offense wants to lose the defense, and they've got to get up 5 shots. And you keep track how many you make out of 5. And then we'll do 4 shots, then we'll do 3, 2, and 1, and whoever's made the most at the end wins. The loser's got push-ups. But we got to get low to high. We've got to get down into the defender and play down here and make sure we have contact. We want to make sure that we move at 2 different speeds. If I move at 100 miles an hour all the time, I'm easy to guard. If I move at 2 miles an hour, I'm easy to guard. But if I change my speeds all the time, I'm hard to guard. But I need to set them up, so I'm going to set them up slow, make them think I'm going this way, and then I'm going to release. And my eyes do not watch the ball. Our guys are not allowed to watch the ball. The last thing they look for is the ball. I'm looking at my defender. He's determining my cut. These are my screeners. I can use any one of them. But let's say I'm going this way. I'm watching my defender. I'm sprinting now. I'm coming shoulder to shoulder. Now with this is cones, they don't get hurt if they run into them. But chairs, they may run into them. And our guys will end up running into them if they do what they're supposed to do. However he wants to play, he curls me, or he trails me, I'm going to yell curl. I'm going to get my shot. But it's live, one-on-one. The key is you got to get your shot without a dribble. You got to get your shot without a dribble. So, and you can't take a bad shot. You can pass it back out to coach. So if I come out here and Kennon does a really good job and I may catch it, but he's right here, I can't dribble. I got to give it back, and now I got to run him, and I got to run him off another screen to score without a dribble. Or I got to take them back under the basket and run them off any of these screens. But I got to set them up and move at different speeds. And the last thing I'm looking for is the ball. I got to watch Kennon. He's telling me, he goes there, I'm going here. I'm getting a shot, but you can't dribble. You got to get an open shot. So you got to run them off these screens to get open. Let's do 3 shots. 3 shots, then we'll switch it around. Ready? Here we go. And they only get 1 shot. Okay, not there. There you go. 1 for 2. 1 more shot. He gets 1 more shot. And that's the easiest one, but if you read it right and you make the defense do that, you can get away with it. Now switch it around. So he made 2 out of 3. Go ahead, Kennon's on offense. Okay, doesn't have it. He's got to give it back. There you go. Again. Good, 0 for 1. He's got to make the next 2 to stay in the, unless we're going to keep going. Exactly. And the last thing he looks for is the ball each time. Okay. kind of get the gist of it. And if they get it and the defense is right there on the catch, they got to give it back to the coach. They're not allowed to take bad shots. And they got to get open without a dribble, because they all want to dribble. But in this case, they got to get open by using screens. Okay.